No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and step down at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. It's caught downfield, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this offense go.
Give to the running back. Look out, he's got room. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Ducks in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys, too. And that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Leaves it with the running back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the way. It's down at the 35. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these 2 programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these 2 teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires downfield. Makes a grab past the marker. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, the loose ball recovered by the offense, but they don't have enough for the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Ducks line it up with a first and goal. finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. First down for this offense. Catch in the middle. It's Chancellor. Across the 25. He's got room. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end run up there.
Back to pass on second down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's... That's going to be a safety. The offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, in the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Got his man quickly. Turning it on. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. They're setting up the screen. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And they did tack on the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Now on second down. To the ground with the back. Makes it past the marker. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Got the back over the middle. Inside the 45. Still running at the 40. Flying out to the left. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon!
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Michigan has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy for the folks in Ann Arbor. They're in a tight one. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensive. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's got it on the right. At the 35, he's loose. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously...
Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
With the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football now. I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Never a doubt. The lead up to 5 in the 2nd quarter.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching. Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. And the Buckeyes will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. They just barely get him stopped, and he almost cruised all the way to the dressing room. A little excitement here to wrap up the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
They'll start this drive going to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Going downfield for the big play. Pulls it in inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and he knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been.
There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Unloads to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Might be changing the route. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And the Oregon offense will take over 1st and 10.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Crosses the 30. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense got him at the 27.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking deep. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Direction.
To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. back to pass. Here's a heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. He's got him. Jumped on top of the pile.
Caught by the receiver. A pickup of 8. It's now 4th and goal.
A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped short of the goal line. A sure tackle to turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Creates a little room. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
At the 11-yard line. Second down coming up.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. He's in open space downfield. Really nice gain. Gets it out across.